What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at something that I was not expecting to find at all. Like, I mean, I was not expecting to find this at all. But as you can clearly see, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Deluxe Class Nightbird. Studio Series number 104, to be specific. Now, in terms of the packaging here, you got Nightbird as she looked, she looks more like the mainline counterpart. I don't see no wings on this thing at all. I don't see no wings on this thing whatsoever. So, but anywho, here's the box on that side. Here it is on this side. On the back here, oh, look at that! You got Nightbird, and she turns into my absolute favorite car. A Skyline a Nissan Skyline GTR. I love this car, and I'm very excited to have a Transformer in that turns into it. So, anyways, now that we've taken a look at the packaging and all sides, there it is on that side, there it is on this side. Or not the same image, but pretty close. So, now we've taken a look at the packaging, we're going to bring in the figure. Now, the figure here is a gorgeous looking car. It is black, it is gold, it is purple, it is mean, it is lean, it is like all the things you want it to be. So, obviously, this is not the mainline version. This is the Studio Series version. So, there are obviously things that are going to be completely different. Obviously, the paint scheme on it's way different. The plastic is obviously completely different. And, I mean, there's not really a whole ton changed in the transformation. Not a ton, really. So, but in terms of all of that, I mean, it's a beautiful car. It's a beautiful looking Nissan Skyline GTR, and I like it. However, there's one thing though that we are going to take a look at really quick here in the vehicle mode, and you can see there is a Terracon symbol painted on the front in purple. Why they chose purple, no idea. But anyways, so now that you've seen that, we're going to take a look really closely at the weapon here. And she does come with one sword, even though on the box and in the movie it shows that she comes with two. And for the second thing that this figure is going to receive an immediate demerit is the fact that the sword is partially painted, but it's not painted the rest of the colors that we saw in the movie. Like there was yellow like striping on this thing. You saw it. So, but anyways, this thing does store in vehicle mode. There is some slots right here on both sides of the wheels, and you're going to take it, and there's this little peg right there, and you're going to I personally like to peg it on this side, and you're going to want to just kind of slide it into there, and it just sits and rests like that in the vehicle mode, and still rolls without problem. So, we're going to remove the weapon. We're going to remove the weapon here because we're going to get into some scale comparisons here. Now, the very first scale comparison that we're going to take a look at here is we're going to take a look at her next to her mainline self. And this is kind of a power trip when you see these two in robot mode. I'm going to be honest here, it kind of blew me away a little bit, just a little bit. And there are things that this figure does excel at, and this one fails at. Like, this one has some good stuff about it. This one's got some good stuff about it. They both have some bad stuff, but this one's got, in my book, a few more good things than this one. So, there is she is next to that. Here she is next to Studio Series Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. You know, the one who should have stayed dead. Spoiler alert. Here she's next to Terracon Freezer, Core Class Freezer. No, I'm not going to get Novocaine. Novocaine kind of just seemed pointless to me. If you really wanted to get more Freezers, that's the way I look at that. Here she's next to Studio Series Voyager Battle Trap, her companion Battle Trap, whose shoulder spikes are in the wrong spot. And finally, here she is next to her boss, Studio Series Leader Class Scourge. Or Rise of the Beast Scourge, excuse me. I can't wait to get these all four of them in a family photo. I can't wait. Just gotta wait just a little bit. So, now that we've taken a look at the weapons accessories, now that we've taken a look at the scale comparisons, now it's time to do the one thing that I'm actually kind of dreading a little bit, the transformation. Now, once again, if you would like to skip ahead to the transformation, I suggest you do so. This thing is kind of annoying. However, it does do a lot of the same things that the old one did, just a couple extra steps added. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to this front section, and you're going to want to kind of just... Well, okay, don't do that. Obviously, do not do that first. Come to the side sections, and you're going to bring these out like so, and do the same thing on the other side, and do that. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the front piece, and you're going to want to... It's supposed to pop. This whole thing is supposed to pop up. Well, you know what? Let's undo the back first. Let's undo the back. There are tabs. Untab the back from the back wheels here. That's just to do the same thing on the other side. There you go. Now we can work on this. So first thing you're going to want to do for this is you're going to want to... I don't know why it's not untabbing. It should be. Come on. Untab. There we go. There we go. Undo that, and then this whole top section should just lift free, just enough to get it out of the way, and to a point where you can bring these pieces down all the way, and then you can rotate this, and then bring these pieces back up, at least enough to a point where you can extend the legs. But first you're going to want to untab toesy woesies from side skirts. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. You want to untab them, very secure hook. Untab them, rotate the foot inward, push out the toe, and then fold this inward again like so, and do the same thing on the other side. Untab the little toesy woesies from the side skirts here. Come on. There we go. Undo that, flip out the toe, straighten out the leg, close in the side skirt, bring it down like that, and we're going to then rotate this at the waist like so, and then we're going to bring this whole top section up like so. But then after that we're going to take this section, we're going to bend it all the way backwards like so, and then you're going to take this front section and fold it close like that. Just bring this whole back assembly back here like that. We're not going to mess with it just yet. Then we're going to bring out the arms. I like to bring them down, and then I like to bring them out and then straighten them out. And then do the same thing on the other side like that. Then take the chest piece and close it, push it inward. And then close up said chest piece like that. Rotate everything at the waist. Sometimes this likes to get in the way. I don't like it. It's getting in the way. This figure is very fiddly. Then rotate at the legs like so. Do the same thing with the other leg like that. Make sure this whole thing closes down and tabs inward. Make sure these... Can I call them boobs, or do I have to call them pecs? There we go. Make sure these pectoral or boob muscle pieces are pushed inward just enough like that, to the point where the car mode looks squished up like that. Make sure everything's all straightened out. Make sure this is all folded back up. Again, not by design. Wish that was not a thing. Then you're going to take this whole assembly. This is where things kind of get me off guard here. You're going to take this whole assembly, then you're going to make sure this piece is hooked around, and then bring it up, and then somehow get this to tab into the top here. It's not very easy to do. So the best thing that I've been able to come up with in order to remedy this situation is just basically make sure this whole thing is just pressed all the way back, and make sure it looks something like this. So then you're going to take these little wing pieces, you're going to splay them outward like so. Oh, look, she finally has her wings from the movie. Hooray. Now we can stop complaining. Now the internet can fix itself. For the most part. Anyways, make sure that these side skirts are rotated back just enough. And then straighten it all out. Make sure this whole backpack piece is all perfectly done. If things would not stick to my arm, this was underneath my arm. Make sure everything is all perfectly done in just so fashion. Make sure this whole thing is lined up and sitting just perfectly. Otherwise it won't sit perfectly. And then we're going to take the sword. We're going to put it in her hand. And straighten it all out once again. Make sure this, once again, everything needs to just sit perfectly for one brief minute here. There we go. Now she's in her robot mode. There you have Nightbird, or Rise of the Beasts Nightbird in her robot mode. Now, really fast, we're going to get this comparison over with before anything else is said. These two figures, whilst being honestly the best figures I've ever held in my life, at least this one has been. This one's been kind of a pain in the butt, but at the same time I'm probably going to keep this one, probably going to sell this one. But I like the Studio Series for the fact that it's accurate, but I also like this one because the transformation wasn't pure hell. I also like this one because it's got, you know, it's got the screen accurate wings. I don't like it because, once again, the transformation's pure hell. I don't like this one because the plastic's not correct, and neither is the skirt piece. Not that that's something you should be paying attention to all the time, but there are things that are good about each figure. I personally like them both. That's me personally, but I mean, if it were up to somebody else, I'm pretty sure they'd tell you to go with this one, because this one's the movie accurate version. So, but anyways, here she is next to mainline Rise of the Beasts Nightbird. So here she is next to Rise of the Beasts Studio Series Bumblebee. And that is movie accurate. She is supposed to be taller than Bumblebee, although I don't agree with the spindly legs. Here she's next to Core Class Freezer. Otherwise known as Frenzy from another universe. Here she is next to Voyager Studio Series Battle Trap. And by the way, if you can't get your hands on this guy, there are some wonderful looking knockoffs out there. Honestly, I don't usually recommend the knockoffs over the official. Like, get the official if you can, but if you can't, there are some pretty good ones out there. And here she is next to Leader Class Scourge. And now that we've got Scourge in the picture here, let's get everybody up here for a family photo. We're gonna get one more family photo here before there ends up being like 5 more Terracons that we all missed in the movie. So, isn't that just a wonderful looking family portrait there? Just beautiful. Very beautiful. Very, very pleased with how this is turning out. Now all I need is Studio Series Primal, and our family portraits are going to be complete, because the very next review that we're taking a look at is going to be Studio Series Mirage. Oh yeah, we're going to be taking a look at that hot mess. At least that's what everybody keeps telling me. But anyways, this is Thomas Fan 1 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to drop a comment down below about what figure you would like to see me do next. And please do not forget to check out our sponsor today, Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, to which, by the way, they will be attending the Wasatch Toy Show in West Valley, Utah, on November 10th and the 11th of next week. So if you want to come check out the people at Planet Toys, you know, get your asses over to the Wasatch Toy Show. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 1 saying, don't forget to check out Optination Reviews, Beastman Reviews, the Riveted Reviews, Jordy's Rail Videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Bravely Gigi, and Take Along Productions, as I know they all do some amazing things, and they all are working on some pretty cool, amazing work as well. And this is Thomas Fan 1 saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Don't forget it. Please don't. Goodbye.